Hi everyone. Well, it's time for a little update on the house. It's June 3rd or 4th. I think it's the 4th, Friday anyway. And here you can see piles of lumber, the ongoing renovations. Look at that beautiful sunlight on the trees. It's such a beautiful, tranquil spot. That's a pile of that pile under the white. Whoops, sorry. Under the white tarp is Roxel insulation that I was given free. And that big bench at the back came from inside the house. My friend Heather came and helped me move it today. And lots of plants here, some of which have to get planted in the veggie garden, which is a work in progress. And I now have a hose, so I have running water. That goes connected to the neighbors who allowed me to put a 200-foot hose all the way over to their house over there. It's a hunt camp, so they're not there year-round. And I'm being eaten alive by bugs, so we're going to go inside quickly. So you can see some of my water collection there. So I wish I had had the energy to take a picture yesterday before I started this cleanup, but we now have a little bit of a living area, and the drywall got put up, those two sheets at the back of that wall, and Heather and I set up this table today where we were playing cribbage, and that's a little sitting area where I've sat when I'm taking a bit of a break. And the kitchen is definitely a work in progress. I was just working on it now and thought I better take a video before the lights go down. So I've set up some shelving temporarily. That is a temporary table, which I may turn into a bit of a kitchen island. And so that's my pantry at the moment. The bathroom is kind of interesting. Should have turned on a light in there, but so that's my bathtub. Let's get the light on in here so you can see. Yeah, so that is a stock trough, so to feed animals. So it's sitting on its side right now, but it's quite a good little bathtub. I've used it a couple of times. It will sit in here, so that wall will get taken down and that toilet will get taken out, and I'm going to build not a composting toilet per se, but a bucket system, so it will get emptied regularly outside. And I've got my towel rack hanging. I mean, parts of the place look totally livable. I've hung up a shelf that has toiletries. The sink here is not being used at all, but this is my music and radio zone. And the lamp in there. It's interesting. Parts of the place have no electricity, but there are 4 plugs. So one down below there with 2 outlets and one here. So it's a little weird. And then this is the door to the storage room. So this wall is going to get closed in where the door currently is, because the wood stove is going to be put in front of it, somewhere down in front here. And a door will be made on this wall here, beside where the fridge is, well, just in front where that metal shelf is with all the pantry items. So that will become the doorway. Show you a little bit into the woodshed, which is very full at the moment. So I made a little lumber yard up there and put all the measurements of the lumber. These are from the pieces of wood that we use to take apart from the bunk bed. So some of them that I put in today just quickly, I couldn't find my felt tip marker, so I just put them up there in a whole pile right on top of that shelf there. A whole pile of those that went very high have been used up now to make shelves for my closets in my bedroom. And let's get back out here. So there's mostly garden tools up here on the wall. Eventually I'll get it organized properly. I've just put nails or put tools wherever there were nails before. And there are 2 mattresses or pieces of what was originally a king-size mattress in there that are going to be gotten rid of at some point. So I've set up, that shelf unit was here, and that shelf with the potato bag on the top, and the mix, it's seed mix, belongs to somebody else, so that'll be going out of here, and a lot of this will be going out. And here are some, so that's the door to the outside. Here are some windows somebody gave me, which will eventually go into this woodshed because it's totally dark if I close the door. And I'll just open the, oh, I can't open the door actually because there's a padlock on the other side of it. Actually, it should be able to open. Let's see. Nope, just not. So that's the door into the house. And right now I have some coats and things hanging on a rack up here for the meanwhile. So those are bottles of water that I fill up and bring inside from the hose outside. And I've put up some nails beside the door for the dog's towel and my keys and the postbox key and the leash. And this is the electrical box. So this whole area is going to become a pantry, a built-in pantry. And that stove is the stove that will be moved over in front of what is currently the bathroom door. So you'll see that looking quite different in the next video. So there you get a sense of the bathroom and the kitchen. I'll paint that fridge. Right now it's quite rusty on the outside. That window over the sink will get replaced. So this is currently my tap. So that was in the house and it was brand new. So I just fill that up with water and use that. There's my orchid. And the stove is a propane stove, so it's got lots of stuff. I don't have a place to put everything yet. And these drawers will eventually go. And this unit here. So there's actually nothing under there, but I occasionally find a dead mouse in the trap that I've put in there. So I'm not in any hurry to put anything in there. So I'll just do a complete circuit so you get a sense of what it's like. So there's my view outside. I'll show you the view that I see when I'm sitting at my table. So sorry about the door there, but you can see up the mountain side. So this tree, that dark green tree, is going to get cut down. So I'll have a view up that hillside. So it's really lovely sitting out, looking out there. So back again to the living room. And we'll go down to the bedroom. So this is a bit of a mess because I've moved everything related to my art supplies. So this door opens right out onto the street pretty much. So you can see that the street's is right there, but it's very quiet. And so see everything. Look at that nest up there, that tree. So this is the view out the door. The sun is going down now. It's probably 7:30, 8 o'clock. There's the sun over there. And while I'm out here, let me show you the vegetable garden. And that's the neighbor's hunt dogs. So a fellow named Charlie came and dug this garden out. There's still some grass to be taken out there. And then my neighbor, who owns the school bus line, who lives down there, he came with his backhoe yesterday and dug up. There was one enormous stone that was right in the center here where you see it's quite deep. See if you can see that very well. And so it was one stone, but most of it is shale, so it breaks up fairly easily. So it broke up into this piece and this piece, and this will maybe give you a sense of the size of it, and that piece over there. So eventually I'm hoping to get the garden dug, and then there are more large stones that Charlie and I took out with the help of this dolly, which we found in the woodshed, and they're enormous. So I'll put my foot down there so you get a sense of how large it is. And that's the outlet from my sink. So hopefully I'll be able to do something about that eventually. One day at a time, one step at a time. That is the propane tank currently for the propane furnace that's inside and for the propane stove. So that's going to get dealt with. And that's the outside of the new bedroom window. So that replaced an old rotting window, which is sitting down here. So it's an old sash window. So here again, we'll go in. This window has a screen, thank goodness. The bugs here are terrific, or terrible, I should say. So this side, with that new diamond window installed, is going to be the art studio. This table came with the place. So that whole side will become art studio. Everything's just stored willy-nilly. That hanging rod was a temporary rod that I put up for the clothing before the closet was built between Wednesday and today. So that is a little system that I have that I usually hang up over the wood stove to dry my laundry, because I do not like dryers. They are terrible gas or energy hogs. Plus I don't like what they do to your clothing, and they sort of wear it out and make everything wrinkly. So this is the closet. So the vertical pieces, so you can see there, those are new wood, and the shelves are made of the wood that you just saw in that pile in the woodshed. So I'm putting some shelf paper on top of that. So that's what that is. Pretty little paper that I got free at the reuse center. And then I have currently one hanging pole, and there will be another hanging pole that goes part way under this, and it will only go to about here, and then I'll, whoops, sorry, and then I will have something coming down that it hangs onto from here, so that long clothing can go on the one side, and then I'll have two sections that will accommodate short clothing. My very messy bed. I haven't made my bed up since I moved in, because every day I've been getting up at like 6 o'clock, and I just get up and I work until I fall apart or fall asleep. So that's the new window, which is lovely. Lets in lots of nice cool air at night. And I'll be moving, so I have those turquoise dressers over there. I'll be moving things around because I have this high boy dresser that's filled with art supplies, and I also have a lower dresser here which has got some art supplies in it. I have a desk here which will probably go, it's one of those, I think it was originally an IKEA one that I got secondhand for 25 bucks. So this pulls down and opens up and has a little shelf above. And it has a drawer down below that opens. So that, and this chair that is currently filled with art supplies too, will be somewhere. Hi Shadow. Hi puppy. Want to say hi? Hi everybody. Isn't that a cute puppy? Oh, look at that face. Okay, move. Good girl. So that's the tour of the mess. So you should have seen it. There were basically little pathways. You almost needed a map to work your way through. There's my massage table. This, and there's my printer. This unit here that the massage table is leaning up against was the original upper cabinets, which I removed. And I'll put shelves up there. So there you go. That's the tour. That's not the correct time. Needs a new battery. So there you go. I installed LED lights that I found when I was shopping the other day. There's the propane stove that has to get checked out. And yeah, so I got LED lights that are soft white because I really could not stand the original LED lights, but these are quite good. So that's all, folks. See you next time, and hopefully it'll look a lot better.